guys, it's your girl Rocel. Welcome to hashtag AskLT. So we're back with the real thing, no? We gathered your questions and then we answered most of them. Well, not all of them, but most of them. So that's good. So, uunahin natin yung mga questions na directed to specific members of the USA Little Theater. And with that, let's start with question number 1. Question number 1 is going to be answered by Nangathea. So Nangathea, it's your time to shine.
Okay, so it says, Queen, ka-intense kids ang stare mo. Well, I don't know if that's a comment or a question, but like, a lot of my friends keep telling me that, and also my family, but I just don't see it. Like, or is it like... Wow, okay, joke lang. Anyways, thanks for the question.
Oh, that was so cute. I don't know, there's just something about Nangathea's vibes. I just like feel happy, really happy when she's around. So thank you, Nangathea. Thank you for answering that question. Moving on, this is our second question. It's for Nong Emil and it reads, Kuya, how do you have such an amazing voice? He does know, he really has an amazing voice.
So how do I have an amazing voice? Base siguro sa genes na ginamon. Kay sa father side ko be, daw puro bala kami dalag ko tanang tingog. Ti muna guro sa kay papa ko nakuha ang muning amazing voice. Okay. Thank you.
Gani man no, ka-amazing good man sa voice ng Emil. Like, maybe ko yung ka-relate. Kay kada rehearsal, sinakigagi ko na kay I get my voice from my throat. So my voice sounds really throaty and they're really worried that I might lose my voice. Mapaos ako. And yeah, that's true. I just got so used to getting my voice from my throat as a child. But I don't know, I guess this is why I really like how Nong Emil talks. It's just buo, you know? Okay. Anyway, thank you, Nong Emil. Okay, so now that we're done with the questions directed to the specific members of the USA Little Theater, ma-move on na...
Move on? Dali lang.
Girl, this isn't the right
Move on
time
na,
or
ha?
place.
Wow,
naka-move
Rosel,
on
ha?
ako
The
yan.
audacity. Makahambal ka sa
Tama na naman na.
Nga, ikaw ko move on ka na yahaw. Wow, girl, you have to
Hipos na. Anyway, as I was saying, ma-move on na kita sa mga questions for the whole USALT. Okay, so the first question on this list is, how would the Little Theater describe all the performing arts groups? And feel ko makasabat gid sinisinong Kyle. Huh. Are you ready number? Yeah, I think. Yeah. Galing na siya. No? Okay? Agalan ka pa together. Mamangkot man ako tani nung bala. Mga 5 minutes man lang tani of your time. How would the Little Theater describe all the performing arts groups? Okay na no? Sige, ma-speaker na ako. Sige.
If I were to describe all the performing arts group, I would say they are passionate. Each performing arts group has its own specialized skills and talents, which makes them unique in their own way. But one thing they all have in common is the heart that they put into their performances. It is more than just dancing, singing, or acting. For these people are driven by their passion and love for their craft. You could really see the dedication and time they have put into their performances. And despite all the late night rehearsals and tiring run-throughs, you could still see the smiles on their faces, knowing that they're happy on what they're doing, and they do it not just for themselves, but also for others. This only shows that all performing arts group are to be proud of, and should be thanked for their hard work, and also their endless dedication.
Amo na to siya, no? Sige, no. Thank you, Gid. Okay, bye-bye. Okay, so our next question, we received this from Instagram. Our next question is... Saan na yan? Our question is, which play would you say had a huge impact on you, and why? And sabi daw, a new agot can answer. So obviously, I asked one of my batchmates to answer this for me, and that batchmate is no other than Nang Samantha. Let's listen to what she has to say.
If I were to choose a play that has given me a big impact, it would be PDL, also known as Persons Deprived of Liberty. Each of us had to portray a significant role of the women living in prison. It was our job to express and voice out the stories, the experiences, their pain they have to endure emotionally and physically. And if LT ever stages this play again, I really do recommend you guys to watch it. It's something that we have to be aware about. Kami pala nga actors, we really feel it, and so how much more with you guys, the audience. We really feel as if this story has to be shown, and this is really important for the public to know.
Okay, thanks Nang Sam. It was nice. Alright, so we have 2 more questions left. And I think ang makasabat gid sini is someone who many of us look up to gid. May dulot gid ang ginahambal. So that person is no other than Sir Eric Divinagracia. So sir, your first question is, how do you maintain and remain consistent with your craft?
To maintain the quality of the work of the USA Little Theater, we usually adhere to our aesthetics. And the USALT aesthetics can be expressed in 4 words, all starting with the letter M. So first is matahong, beautiful. Is the work artistically pleasing? Is it beautiful? Does it awe me and inspire me? Even if the issues are ugly or painful, when put together, is it artistically pleasing? Second is matinlo, clean. Is the performance well put together? Is the performance organized in such a way that all the elements work in harmony? Third is maalam. It has an intellectual core. It wants to say something important. And fourth is may dulot. It affects me emotionally. It makes me laugh, it makes me cry, it makes me angry, it moves me to do something. May dulot, it affects me. And when all of these 4 expressions come together, you have a USALT production.
Thank you, sir. Now for our second question. What is the thought process when it comes to producing a play?
The creative journey of writing a play for the USA Little Theater usually begins with confronting the issues of our time. We look into personal and social issues that affect us. We then storyfy these issues or write a narrative. We look into the characters of that story and how do these characters interact with each other. We focus on a conflict and how is that conflict aggravated and eventually resolved, if it ever gets resolved. We look into the central message or the theme and how it is conveyed through the story. After we write the story, we rewrite some few drafts thereafter, and then we eventually devise the production through collaborative writing, collaborative performance, and directing and designing the production, which means that everybody's insights are articulated and eventually synthesized in the performance. We then ready the play for staging, and we solicit some more feedbacks during the previews of the play and eventually premiere the production. So before, when we were faced with the issue of environmental protection, particularly solid waste management, we wrote the play Basura Busters, and currently we're writing Selena Tierra. When our young people were affected by issues of mental health, particularly among their fellow youth, they wrote the play Shocked. When we were addressing the issue of extrajudicial killings in the country, we wrote the play Woke. So many of our plays, if not most of our plays, really are affected by what society is undergoing and how it affects us and what we want to say about that particular issue, the truth of the matter. And eventually, when we find that truth, when we find meaning in that issue, we share it in the medium of theater.
Thanks, sir. I really love it when Sir Eric talks. It's like, just want to listen to him. Like, wow, this guy knows a lot of things. Yes. It's like every time he talks, he captures the essence of USA Little Theater in his words. Great. Wow, great. Thank you, good Sir Eric. I hope nga may natunagig ka mo, guys, no? Thank you for your questions. Kag, hopefully, Ano to? Ala, guys. Okay, sa pagitagali ka question. Okay. This question reads, what can USALT do for the students? Ay, bongga. Sino niya masabat? Ako?
Okay, so I've been in the USA Little Theater for at least 9 months now. Yet so far, this is what I've come to realize. Whenever you're at the theater, you see a perspective unlike your own. You're shown humanity, psychology, motivations, conflict, and resolution. As audience members, we get to witness another person's trajectory, and as artists, we put ourselves into situations that may never arise in our own personal lives. We're asked to promote giving power to the truth, to take risk, and to advocate for new and diverse voices. We're also constantly reminded that we are not alone. Movies and television don't have the same intimacy or sense of participation present in the theater. In less than a year, USALT has taught me so much. I get to improve myself and help other people by doing the thing I love the most, thus putting the art in heart.
So hope you learned something today. And as always, stay safe, stay healthy, and hugs and kisses from the USALT.